mandate of the agency is to license, control, and regulate anything related to storage, transportation, and disposal. If you remember, this agency, even though the law was passed in 2011, started working somewhere 2020. We've done a lot of work behind the scenes, and we are now getting to the licensing phase. So for every facility to operate, the facility needs a license. And before you can give a license, you need to have a standard set of tools, very objective, that you can mark the person against these tools. So these tools have been developed with industry players. They've been validated, they've been tested in some facilities in Greater Accra and elsewhere. So we are now at a stage that we need to gather the stakeholders, all the facility members, and tell them what is expected of them, so that they put their house in order in anticipation and preparation for inspection, which will lead to licensing. So that is the stage we are in. This is the first time it's happening everywhere in the country that we are moving to license mortuary facilities in the death care industry and any other. This is not about the mortuaries only. It's about the cemeteries, it's about the columbariums, it's about the crematorium, it's about the hearse, it's about the mausoleums. So we have tools for all these things which we mark against each and every one. The standard is the same for both public and private. We are not distinguishing between private facilities or public facilities. The standards are the same. So that is where we are today. The sanctions are clear in Act 829 of the Health Institutions and Facilities Act, which Part 2, which regulates it. If you don't have a license, you are not fit. You are not supposed to operate. But be it as it may, over the years, we've not put in the environment for them to achieve their licenses.
Yeah.
So now we are at a stage that the environment is set for every facility to obtain a license through inspection. So when we come for the inspection and you fault at a specific place, depending on that place, there are times and guidelines time frames we can give you that say a month or two, depending on the seriousness of the issue. There are some places on the tools that it is 100%, you need to score 100% or you shut down. For instance, if you don't have water facility, backup water storage system, you have no business running a morgue because it's basically water. If you don't have a gen set, you have no business running that. That one is automatic. But if there are other areas and we need to give you time, we discuss the timelines with you, give you the necessary time for you to do the necessary corrective measures, then we come in. After a period of time, a reasonable period of time, if you don't comply, then you don't want to do the business, then we have to shut you down. There might be situations when we come back and your operations is injurious to public health. That one we'll shut you there away. But we are, as an agency, we are for collaboration. It's a collaborative situation. It's not police and thief situation. We jaw, we discuss, we enjoy the collaboration. And we feel that we have to embrace everybody and get the people standardized for the benefit of Ghana, not just the agency or an individual. It just has to be standardized everywhere. And this thing we are doing, if you come to the West Africa sub-region, we don't think there's any agency like that. So we are the first, and then we already having people coming to contact us to also learn and see what we are doing. Even though we are teething, we've made significant strides. It will surprise you that even in the UK, they don't have an agency like this to regulate death care. They don't have. I mean, so they also made contacts. We've shared our acts with them. So we think, with the support of the general populace and the industry players, we think we can make some good strides. And we encourage that everybody should support us, and that this agency is here to stay, is here to serve the interests of Ghanaians, and we wish that everybody will support us.
Okay.
The time frame is that we give them about 2 months.
Okay.
Because this
next year,
February, we should start inspection. Okay. I can't tell you that some people here are ready for inspection because we know them. We've been visiting them 2 times, 3 times. We've written letters to them. We know that some are ready. It's just that it's a process. Others too will require time and a bit more time. It's about communication. Because this is not the first time they are hearing of this. In bits and pieces, our reports to them when we visit them, they are aware what is not right in their facilities. And some people have started putting correctional measures in place. We can give you examples, but I don't want to touch on specific places.
Okay.
So all in all, the industry is changing, and we hope to change for the better.
This is the first time MOFA is doing it. Requirements are very stringent, and we do not want to go and inspect. The person has put up the building, and then you go and inspect, and then you have problems with the structure. You remember, you see, this, you are dealing with people who have died. Some of them will have died from infection and so on. And of course, people will also come there. You do not want to expose people to what is inside there. And so we have the building has to be built in such a way that, you remember when I said clean areas and dirty areas, that areas that are highly likely to transmit infections are clearly demarcated so that the unsuspected public, nobody will walk in there and get infected. Right now, we don't have COVID, but when COVID was, somebody dies from COVID, you do not know, because a dead body will not come until I die from COVID, or somebody has got Ebola and so on. And therefore, we must ensure that the public is well protected from it, because the people who work in there are properly attired, so they are protected, but the person who's working in there is not. And so there must be proper separation in the building so that we don't have this kind of thing. Well, we tell them maybe this wall has to go, this has, you see, and it's very expensive. If you had done that before, it would have been easier. I mean, when if I can give you an example of the Kulebu Teaching Hospital mortuary. We had to demolish and remodel the whole place, and even as it is now, it is not 100% what it ought to be. So it is important that even before you build, you know that these are the things that are going to go in there. For example, if you want to build a mortuary, which by definition must have a place for post-mortem, your water supply must be excellent, because you use a lot of water when you are doing this. Your waste disposal must be excellent. Not just waste disposal, but even the treatment. See, because when you open up a body which has Ebola and you are washing Ebola organisms into a drain, so you cannot let it go into a drain. You will have to treat it.